Training and crisis management, safety, building captains, department heads. Objective: to advise building captains what to do, where to go, and who to contact in the case of emergency or crisis situation. During the session, you'll become acquainted with NPCC emergency procedures, duties of a building captain, location of fire extinguishers and fire alarms, evacuation routes, location of safe areas. What is a crisis? A crisis is any event that poses a threat to life, property, or the normal activities of the college. Tornado, fire, flood, bomb threat, stalker, shooter. Non-life-threatening crisis. When a crisis is not a threat to life, phone campus security 760-4293 or the switchboard 0 or 760-4222. Life-threatening crisis. If a crisis is life-threatening and you are able to do so safely, phone 911, then the switchboard 0 or 760-4222. Building captain responsibilities. Familiarize yourself with the emergency procedures and guidelines as identified in the NPCC Emergency Management Plan. Familiarize yourself with the emergency map, evacuation routes, and the safe locations in your building and outside of your building. Following the guidelines in the NPCC Emergency Plan, formulate a building-specific plan for emergencies with responsibilities assigned. More responsibilities. Meet with all of the employees in your building/area to apprise them of emergency procedures. In the event of an emergency, it is your responsibility to make sure buildings are evacuated or locked down and maintain the best possible head count under the circumstances. Continually report any safety hazards or concerns to a member of the crisis management team. Assist the crisis management team in conducting drills and exercises. Specific crisis situations: fire, tornado, active shooter evacuation, medical emergency, death on campus, crime in progress, power outage, or bomb threat. Fire. Locate the emergency map and fire extinguisher for your area. Determine the best escape route for your area. Memorize all the fire extinguisher and fire alarm locations and all exits. Remember to use the nearest exit to you that is away from the fire. Do not take the elevator. Assemble the safe area as designated on your map. Make sure everyone from your area is accounted for. Notify the first responders if anyone is unaccounted and could possibly remain in the building. Remember, in the event of a fire, communicate the emergency as quickly as possible. Tornado. Locate the map near the fire extinguisher in your area. Determine the most secure location in your area. Inform your students, co-workers, guests of the safest location in the event of a tornado. Remember, in the event of a tornado, you will be notified by the all-call system in your building. At that time, move to the secure location in your area and stay away from doors and windows. In the event a tornado does strike the NPCC campus, the emergency director will coordinate efforts with the proper city authorities. A command post will be established, and the emergency response team will direct students and staff to designated areas for evacuation or medical help. An active shooter. Active shooter incidents where a suspect has started shooting or is threatening to shoot are highly unpredictable and volatile. They are also very rare. Here is a list of actions that are recommended. Remember, use common sense and follow the instructions of emergency personnel. Outside the building. Move to a room that can be locked or barricaded. Where are they? Does your door lock from the inside and can it be barricaded? Think about it. Make a habit of turning your key so your door will lock when shut. After moving to the locked and barricaded room, close and lock windows. Turn off lights. Get everyone on the floor. Look for a safe corner of the room. If possible, ensure that no one can be seen from doors or windows. An active shooter inside the building. Determine if you can move to a locked area or exit the building. In the building or your office. If you cannot exit or lock yourself in, try to remain calm. Try to phone 911 if possible. If you phone but you cannot speak, leave the line open if possible. In the event of a shooting, exercise caution if deciding to exit. Only exit if you can exit in a direction away from the known shooter. No multiple shooters are possible. Do not exit in a direction if you cannot determine it is safe. If you are exiting, do not take anything with you. Keep your hands visible. Follow instructions by the police. Do not attempt to move injured people. Do not attempt to drive off campus until you are advised that it is safe to do so by the police or college administration. In the event of any emergency away from your building, the campus all-call system will be used to alert the campus of the emergency. Depending on the type of emergency, follow the directions detailed for that type of emergency.
Evacuation. Building. Evacuation notification will be announced by campus security or the emergency director over the campus intercom and through the mass communication system. Leave by the nearest marked exit and alert others to do the same. Assist disabled persons. Do not use elevators in the event of a fire, earthquake, or other similar emergencies. Once outside, proceed to the designated assembly area posted on the emergency map. Determine if all have evacuated. Do not leave campus until instructed to do so by police or college personnel.
Evacuation continued. Building continued. Keep streets, fire lanes, hydrant areas, and walkways clear for emergency vehicles and personnel. Campus evacuation. Calmly proceed to your vehicle and evacuate via posted routes as directed by police or college personnel. If you or someone in your area does not have transportation, contact the switchboard, dial 0 or 760-4222 to determine the designated staging area. Medical emergency. Call 911 if life-threatening or requires immediate medical attention. Notify the switchboard of all medical emergencies. Employees and students in a non-life-threatening medical emergency seek treatment in the office of the campus nurse, Fisher Building, room 126. The nurse will determine if the medical emergency or injury requires further treatment and will make recommendation. NPCC employees must notify their supervisor or faculty staff of any injury occurring on campus as soon as the incident occurs. The Department of Human Resources should be notified ASAP of an employee injury. Death on campus. Notify security office or switchboard. An emergency exists once the security office or switchboard has been notified by whatever means that a death has occurred on campus. The crisis communication plan will be activated and police EMS notified. Notification will also be made to departments and offices directly involved, such as student affairs, etc. Notification would also be made to areas indirectly involved, such as faculty and staff with the office in the building where the death occurred. Take appropriate action. The scene of the death should be secured immediately by campus security. Assessment should be made to determine if anyone else is in danger, if a wrongful or suspicious death is involved, if the suspect could still be in the area, and if any buildings or other areas need to be evacuated or neutralized. Beyond this, if a police department investigation is warranted, it should be monitored and assistance offered. A command post will possibly be set up in the immediate area. Keep clear of the command post unless you have official business. Crime in progress. Do not take unnecessary chances. Do not interfere with persons committing the crime, creating a disturbance, law enforcement authorities on the scene. If you are the victim of, are involved in, or witness any on-campus crime or violation of the law such as an assault, robbery, theft, overt sexual behavior, etc. that is in progress, call 911, then the NPCC security officer at 501-760-4293 or the switchboard at 0. Move to an area of safety until the police arrive. You will be asked to provide the following information: nature of the incident, location of the incident, description of the person or persons involved, location of person or persons involved, if the person or persons left the scene, the direction of traffic, what time the incident occurred, your name, location, department, and extension number.
Crime in progress continued. Get a good description of the criminal if personal safety allows. Note height, weight, sex, ethnicity, approximate age, clothing, method, direction of travel, and name if known. This provides vital information to investigating police officers. Should a criminal attempt to or get away in a vehicle, bicycle, etc., note the make and model, license number, if possible, color, outstanding characteristics, etc. If you are a victim of a crime on the NPCC campus, you must submit your allegations in writing, sign the statement, and submit to the office of the president or designee of the president.
Power outage. Power outage. An emergency exists when there is an obvious loss of power. The Fisher Building will still function due to the emergency generator. If telephone lines are out of service, information will need to be passed via cell phones, radios, or by staff members relaying messages from point to point. The security office or the switchboard should be contacted immediately if the outage is prolonged. The crisis communication plan will go into effect. Take appropriate action. Notify a supervisor. Call the switchboard 0 and give a brief description of the problem. Follow directions of emergency personnel. If evacuation is directed by emergency personnel, follow the direction and provide assistance to others in accordance with your training. Utilities. Utility problem. Gas leaks. Vacate area. Ventilation. If smoke or strong burning odor occurs, evacuate immediately. Elevator failure. Push button on elevator intercom. Describe the problem. Remain calm. Plumbing, flooding. If personal safety allows, shut off electrical equipment and evacuate area. Electrical failure. Call the switchboard at 0. Bomb threat. Bomb threats usually come on the telephone and generally are made by individuals who want to create an atmosphere of general anxiety or panic. All bomb threats should be assumed to pose a legitimate danger to the NPCC campus. By telephone. Take the caller seriously but remain calm. Have someone call the switchboard 0 while you continue talking. Ask a lot of questions. Use the checklist below as a guide. Take notes on everything said and on your observations about background noise, voice characteristics, etc. Notify your building contact person. The emergency response team and police will determine the plan of action. Should you need to evacuate, please take personal packages, lunches, briefcase, etc. that could be mistaken as explosives. If you are in a building where a bomb is expected, do not open drawers or cabinets. Do not turn lights or other switches on or off. Do not touch any suspicious packages. Remain calm and clear the area immediately. Because a bomb may be sound sensitive, building fire alarms should not be activated in order to prompt evacuation. Bomb threat. Telephone bomb threat checklist. Date. Time. Called, received. AM, PM. Terminated. AM, PM. Number on caller ID. Exact words of caller. Delay. Ask a lot of questions. Time bomb is set to explode. Where located? Floor. Area. Type of bomb. Description. Why kill or injure innocent people? Voice description. Male. Female. Calm. Refined. Nervous. Rough. Young. Middle-aged. Old. Accent, yes, no. Describe. Speech impediment, yes, no. Describe. Unusual phrases. Recognize voice, yes, no. If so, who do you think it was? Background noise. Music. Running motor. Type. Traffic. Whistles. Bells. Horns. Aircraft. Tape recorder. Machinery. Other. Did caller indicate knowledge of the facility? If so, how? In what way? What line did call come in on? Signature. Date. Reminders. Program the security phone number into your phone or keep it posted near your office phone. Wear your name badge at all times. Practice turning your key to locked when shut stage. In case of fire, evacuate the building. In case of tornado, go to the safe locations. In case of a shooter, go to designated lockable or blockable areas. Media. All responses to the media will be handled by the Public Relations Office. Refer all questions to the Public Relations Office. Questions. Contact your supervisor. Janet Brewer, extension 4221. Brad Hopper, extension 4161.